Hi, everyone. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channeling and chat live stream where we just kind of hang out, channel, and chill. How is everybody today? Do you all have your cup of tea? I have my cup of tea. I need it. I am, I don't know what's going on today. I wanted to do this tonight. I just ended up, woke up this morning. I'm like, oh, let's do a channeling and chat tonight. And then probably around noon, 1 o'clock, just severe fatigue hit me. Had to take a bath. I slept most of the afternoon. It was just ascension, just ascension. I haven't felt this kind of ascension flu in a really, really long time. So how are you guys feeling? I'm not quite sure what's going on. I know Mercury goes direct today. I'm not quite sure if it's the cosmos that's influencing me. I don't know if it's upgrades and ascension stuff, but man, I got hit hard. I am tired, 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 tired. And I feel like my brain feels like swimmy. Um, Not like brain fog. I know what that feels like very well, but it feels swimmy. I don't know how else to explain it. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Ember. It feels like, almost like I'm underwater, not in like a fog, but like underwater. Everything feels like it's like, you know how when you're underwater, things move kind of like fluidly? That's how my brain feels right now. So like when I'm looking at something, it feels kind of like fluid and swimmy. I don't know how else to explain it. That's how I feel today. So almost like woozy, almost like a little bit dizzy, but not quite. It just feels very fluid and swimmy. I don't know how to describe it. Um, so yeah, we might be feeling some ascension stuff. Not quite sure what's happening. We are moving into eclipse season. Like I said, Mercury went direct, moving into eclipse season. What else is going on? Got the moon coming up with the eclipse season. What else? There's a bunch of planets that are stationing direct as well. So there's a lot that's going on here. Let me know how you guys are doing. We're gonna just hang out for a little bit. We're gonna take it really easy tonight. I do want to do some channeling, see what comes through. Um, but we're gonna take it really easy tonight and just kind of chill and chat and channel. I like that. Chill, chat, and channel. Um, while everybody is hopping on, I do want to get some housekeeping out of the way. Just a reminder, I am closed to bookings for the rest of the year. However, I do have emergency sessions available if you need it for coaching, angel aura healing, and readings. Um, if you are struggling and need some guidance, feel free to reach out to me by email and I will let you know where I am as far as booking and being able to provide you what you need. But I do have those emergency sessions. Even though I'm closed, I still want to be available to you guys as much as possible as you need it. The Patreon live stream is next week. So we are doing a live stream message poll and some light channel part of the Ascension Connections tier, which is the highest tier. Then you'll be part of that. We do message polls. We do some channeling for you guys. We did this publicly on the channel a couple of weeks ago. So if you like that, it's a smaller group over there. So you get a lot of messages. You get what you need every month. So make sure that you're joining the Patreon if you would like to be part of that. We're also going to be having a Patreon only channeling on Halloween. So make sure that you're joining that as well. Everybody who's part of the Patreon will be invited to that, no matter what tier. Next week, I'm just going to clarify. Next week, it's only the Ascension Connections tier message poll, and then Halloween, it's everybody's going to be invited who is part of the Patreon. So no matter what tier you're part of the Patreon, you'll be invited to the Halloween live stream. What else? Patreon as well. You're going to get 2 readings this week. I wanted to do the pick a pile for you guys last week. We had so much that was channeled to us. I had so many readings up on the channel, as you guys saw. There's just so much coming through. I just could not get the pick a pile done as well. So you'll have both of your readings done this week. I'm also planning on doing a live stream for the Facebook group. So make sure that you are joining the Facebook group, the Spiritual Connections Facebook group. Really want to, start opening up the engagement over there so you guys can build that community. Don't hesitate to reach out. Don't hesitate to start your own posts. Just you guys are amazing here. I want to bring that over there so you guys can start to connect with each other and build that community. It is a safe and sacred space. It is a private group as well, so only those who are part of the group can see the postings. So make sure that you're joining that group as well. Links are in the description box. I am working on the 2023 tarot planner. It is going to be the last year that I'm doing the tarot planner, but I have something special planned for this one that will be up in my Etsy shop and on my website, hopefully by the 1st of November. So make sure they're checking that out. And tomorrow we're going to be posting the last of the Twin Flame Truths excerpts. So the Twin Flame Truths channeling, it's a 3-hour channeling that I did all about twin flames. It took all of my teachings, all of the channelings that I've done over the almost 5 years here on the channel, um, and condensed it into one workshop. And you guys have been getting snippets of it here on the channel. We're going to post the last excerpt or the last video tomorrow. Make sure that you're checking that out. It's about sacred union, what is sacred union, etc. But that's only, even though we channeled for 3 hours, that is just the tip of the iceberg. So I am going to be hosting a Q&A workshop based off of that Twin Flame Truths channeling coming up here in a couple of weeks. So make sure that you're checking that out. And if you want to see the full channeling, if you want to get all the insight and all the downloads and all the understanding of twin flames, at least the way that I understand it and how I've been teaching it, feel free to check out the Twin Flame Truths over on my website. How is everybody? Oh, we've got a good group tonight. Ember, Kelly, Nilda, hello, everybody. Yes, yes. Headaches, lots of energy, lots of head stuff happening. I noticed that myself. I had a little bit of a headache yesterday. Well, it was a big headache yesterday. I had that woozy feeling today. It's been interesting. Lots of hi Ellen, hi Michelle. Lots of it feels like ascension flu. I mean, it doesn't feel like sick. I don't feel sick. It just feels like lots of stuff. Being asked to slow down, being asked to just rest. I did a little bit of a silent retreat last week where I turned off all my social media except for what I needed to do for work, and just kind of allowed myself to nap and play with pets and go for walks and read. And I can't tell you how nice that was and how much I needed that to reconnect to God and reconnect to myself. And what's interesting about that is we're having a lot of, for lack of a better phrase, I'm going to call it psychic attacks. There's a lot of influence, a lot of information that's being thrown at us. We're really having to use all of our tools and all of our resources to discern what is what, to discern what is truth, what is not. And when I say what is truth, I mean what is truth for you? What is truth for what you feel inside? Especially when it comes to this spirituality, especially when it comes to spiritual communities. And I'm saying that plural, spiritual communities, plural. So this could be religious sections, this could be the spiritual community, the New Age community, whatever it is. There's a lot that's being thrown at us. There's a lot of people who are saying, this is my truth, this is my truth, this is my truth, this is my truth. And almost like they're trying to say there's only one path, there's only one truth. And what we really come to understand on this ascension journey is there are many different paths up the mountain. It's the same mountain, but there's many different paths. And what works for one might not work for the other. But it's all about non-judgment. It's all about really acceptance of all. And that's what Christ consciousness really teaches us. It teaches us it's not us versus them. It's not I'm further ahead on the path than you are. It's not I know more than you. It's let's guide each other home. It's what Rumi says. Let's walk each other home. It's let's help each other understand where there might be missing pieces of the puzzle. Let's help each other grow together. Let's challenge each other and challenge those beliefs so that we're not stuck in old belief systems and we're not stuck in just regurgitating old information. Let's really connect deeply with ourselves and each other so that we can really just grow within ourselves. And what I'm finding is that even though people have good intentions, there's a lot of division. There's a lot of the separation energy that is cropping up, and we're needing all of our discernment to really just connect deeper with ourselves and what feels right to us. And you'll know what feels right to you. If it feels heavy, if it feels gross, if it feels like that's rubbing me the wrong way, let it, because that can be showing you where there's a belief that needs to be challenged, where you can grow in that. But also allow yourself to say, you know what? This really feels like my soul truth. This really feels like this is what my path is. And allow yourself to walk that path, even if it doesn't look the same as others, even if it feels a little bit lonely. If it feels truly right to you and it's doing harm to none and it's loving yourself and loving God more fully, let yourself trust your path. Hi, Jamie. How are you, hon? Heather, need to turn off phones early. Yep. Yeah. I'm finding myself really getting away from that mental stimulation, the overstimulation, and just kind of slowing down. I used to be somebody like I'm an author. I used to be somebody who used to read a book a day, and not just a book a day, but like literature, like heavy stuff. And I realized over the past couple of years that I had really, I had a lot of trouble reading. I had a lot of trouble focusing. And so, really, the past couple of months, I've been getting back into reading and getting back into the literature I love and getting back into writing. And it's been really important to my soul. It's been really important to my soul to kind of quiet the noise, and just get back to what feels right to me, even if it's not right for others. So keep trusting your path and keep walking your path. Okay. Um, what do we want to talk about tonight? Do you want to do Sacred Union? I feel like I want to do some Ascension stuff, but maybe it's, Sacred Union's all tied with Ascension. Okay, I do know what I want to say. I want to share something with you guys about the importance of this journey and where we are in the space and time because they're bringing it forth. Um, So my uncle passed away this week. He was on my mom's side. My mom actually grew up with him as a brother. It's actually my cousin, but my mom actually grew up with him as a brother. And unfortunately, there's a bit of an estrangement over the past 20 years where we didn't talk so much or didn't have any communication so much with that side of the family. The kids, yes, all the kids were still in touch, but I'm not quite sure what happened. Nobody quite knows what happened. But it was almost like once the communication stopped, it just continued. And it was like nobody wanted to break that silence, even though we were all kind of encouraging it. I think there was a lot of pride, there was a lot of hurt, and there was a lot of um, fear that was there about reaching out. Um, it was interesting because, well, I'm not going to go into that because that's, well, I will say this. It was interesting because the night before his passing, my mom said that she had a dream about her father who had passed way before I was born. And she said it was very comforting to her. It was a reconciliation that she needed. I say that because there's a lot that is healing in dream state. I was just talking to one of my soul sisters about this. There's a lot that is healing in dream state right now. And you might not even be aware of it. I realized that I had myself had a dream a couple of nights ago where I woke up and I realized, oh, this was a shadow aspect of myself. Um, this was something that was coming up to be recognized, to be acknowledged, and to be loved, or at least to be brought up to the surface as something that was a part of me. So there's a lot of healing that's happening in dream state. And as you awaken, you might become aware. Remember, we are multidimensional energies. We are energies. So we are multidimensional. And so we are always going to be feeling like we're in different places because we are, especially in dream state. There's not just healing in the physical form. In fact, what I was understanding is that the healing can't just happen in the physical form because there's so much that's happening through your ascension, through your growth, that you can't just play it out in the physical world. It's all energy. Anyway, so it was interesting that this came up right before his passing. She was very nervous to go to the funeral, but she did. And she said that it was so incredibly healing for her because she was welcomed with open arms. There are two things that I want to say about this. One is going to relate to sacred partners, but the first is this is what you are here for. You are here for this healing. to heal your connections, to heal your relationships, to heal, most importantly, yourself, and to heal your connection with God. If there is any sense of separation there, if there is any sense of fear there, especially in relation to your life, that is, in essence, a separation with God because you're not having that faith in God. You're not believing in the universe. You're not believing in the support and the trust that is there. So she said it was a really moving and beautiful experience. And I am so incredibly proud of her for having that strength and having that courage for something that was very difficult, number one, and very fearful, number two. And the fact that she was just so welcomed. She said everybody was surprised to see her, but so incredibly warm and loving and welcoming. It is beautiful because, again, this is what we're here for. This is an ascension journey, and even if you don't see other people going through this spiritual awakening, or even if you don't see these people, or other people seemingly going through ascension, the whole planet is going through ascension. Understand that the entire planet right now is going through this ascension journey. Everybody's at a different stage. They might not be as aware as you are because of the stage that you're at. They might not have the words for the concepts. They might not use the same vocabulary, but they don't have to because it's all about the energy. What I saw within my mom was her healing, her soul making that choice to move her forward in her healing journey. And how beautiful is that? I want to bring it to Sacred Partners too, because it was really interesting to me that even though there was this really wide gap in my family's communication, um, she overcame that fear to go and bridge because the love overcame the fear. And I feel like that's what counterparts are doing right now. The love is overcoming the fear. The love is stronger than the fear. And it's interesting because in the written channeling that I did, you can find it on the community post on Instagram and on Facebook that I did for Sacred Unions today. And in the um, collective message that I posted here on the channel, that was from the last live stream, it was all about how love is stronger. Love is stronger than the fear. And that is what heals. That's what bridges the gaps. That heals the connections. That's what mends the fences. It's choosing love over any fear. And I feel like that's where these counterparts are. I feel like you are becoming aware of where fear has held you back and maybe where it has created destruction or where it has created, I'm hearing the word disillusionment. So where it might have created disillusionment, part of the reason why my mom was so afraid was because of the stories that she had created in her mind. Because she said, what if they don't want to talk to me? What if they don't want me there? What if, what if, what if? But when she got there, she said everybody was just so happy and loving and beautifully welcoming. Where have you been? That kind of energy. Where have you been? We love you. And that's applied to not only that personal experience, but these sacred partnerships as well. Not only these sacred partnerships, but everywhere where there seems to be division in your life, where there seems to be separation in your life, especially where there seems to be separation within you. It's love overcoming the fear. Don't replay stories in your head. Don't let your mind create assumptions, create illusions. Trust what is in your heart. Let the love guide you forward. If you make choices, if you take action, and it's not as you expected, you're gonna be okay. You're always gonna be okay. You're always gonna have the tools, the resources, and especially the love within yourself to always be okay. So that feels like a really powerful metaphor, and it feels like a really powerful story, and it feels like a really powerful indication of where we are, where we're going to have to start making what feels like really difficult choices, really difficult decisions, taking really difficult actions, but it's only difficult and challenging because we're overcoming fear. We're overcoming the patterns. We're overcoming the stories that our minds create and allowing ourselves to choose love, letting the love be stronger. Okay. Let's let me catch up here. Thank you, Nelda. I appreciate that. Kim, you've had a lot of vivid healing dreams lately. Don't always really remember what they are when you wake up. But you can feel the healing happening while you're in dream. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It was a very strange experience for me because I'm having this dream. It was almost like a lucid dream where I'm going, having the stories playing out, and I'm thinking, what the heck is happening here? Like, this isn't how I act. Oh, this is how I used to act. Okay, so now I'm aware of it. Now I can change it. And when I woke up, I'm like, okay, that just healed that shadow aspect of myself. That just integrated that shadow aspect of myself. It was very interesting. The awareness of it all. You're reading too good. I'm thinking about I'm thinking about I'm thinking about it. I have TikTok. I've been trying to figure out if I want to do anything with it. I don't know how I feel about TikTok, honestly. We use TikTok with the crystal shop, and that seems to be enough for me. But I'm thinking about um, I share a little bit of my poetry on my TikTok, but I'm thinking about using that for my books and sharing some of the books that I love and that I read, especially when it comes to the spiritual community. I do want to begin sharing the resources that have helped me. As you guys know, I don't gatekeep anything. I want you guys to have everything that you need. Don't follow me, don't listen to me verbatim, but trust what resonates for you. If it calls to you, if I'm sharing something that calls to you, then explore it for yourself. But I'm thinking about sharing my books and sharing my resources and sharing like some of my favorite books, and not just with the nonfiction, but fiction as well, that have really just kind of guided me along my life and my journey. Um, Thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. It's been on my mind. It's just, I don't know if I could do TikTok, you guys. I am just, it just does not feel right. I don't know. But I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. I think what's holding me back is my own fear, because the books that, especially the books that I write, they're not like the books that the masses kind of welcome and like right now, but they're the books of my heart. So I'm trying to figure out if I want to do anything with that or just publish and leave it. Just put it out there and just let it go. But that's stuff that I'm working on right now. That's my own healing that I'm working on, my own journey. Jamie, you fought your fear and reached for a change in your life today. Feel the doubts wanting to slip in. Oh, honey, yeah. Yeah, and I feel like that's part of like the psychic attacks kind of that we're having. It doesn't have to be really pervasive. It can just be really subtle, but just be aware of it. Just be aware of, you know what, is this really doubt? Is this really me? Am I really questioning? Or is this just old patterns? Is this just old habit? Is this just where I was versus where I want to go? Is this holding me back in any way? So I get it. Like I just said and shared with myself, I'm feeling that too. Um, you'll know if it feels right. You'll know if it feels like time. You can't force anybody to communicate, Heather. You can't. Just like yeah, send love, and just honor yourself in this space and honor him and his journey as well, especially if he needs that non-communication. Good, good. I was just sharing with one of my soul sisters yesterday too that it really feels like I don't feel like I'm lacking anything in my connection, especially. I miss my person, obviously, of course. I miss that whole like his whole family, especially his little girl. I miss us, but I'm holding that space within myself. I don't feel any lack. I just, especially over the weekend, it just felt like so much love. Today, I feel a little bit detached, maybe because I'm not feeling 100%, but it feels a little bit more detached. But over the weekend, it was just love, just love. There wasn't any resentment. There wasn't any anger. There was just pure forgiveness and pure love. And that's what it feels like. That's what union feels like. You're not missing anything, even if they're not there in the physical, you still feel the love. And that's what unconditional love truly is. It's, you know what, wherever you are in your journey, I love you and I honor you and I accept you and I respect you. And it's you loving yourself to say, hey, listen, this is where I am. This is what I'm not going to accept as far as the behaviors and the actions, et cetera, et cetera. But when you do come together, you're able to communicate that to each other and build a better foundation, build a stronger foundation, build a better relationship potentially than you had before. So just keep letting your journey unfold. Keep letting your journey be whatever it needs to be. Keep because your journey is unfolding. I don't know if we're gonna do you guys want to pull cards? I don't know how I'm feeling today. I didn't want to cancel this, but I don't quite know how I'm feeling. I want to pull the Work Your Light deck and see what's going on here. And then maybe we'll do some tarot too. All right, what do we need to know about our journey, about our counterparts, about sacred union, whatever wants to come through. I don't know if it's the tea or the candles, but I am hot. Whew, okay. All right, what do you need us to know, please, Spirit? What do you need us to know today? Apparently nothing. Apparently nothing today. Whew. All right, this is interesting. This is kind of like why we're feeling the way we're feeling, because we're going through energetic upgrades. We're going through ascension. We're rising. Our energy is shifting. It says energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. That's exactly so. If you're what we're feeling. So if you're feeling tired, if you're feeling um, like I explained in the beginning, it's because you're getting upgraded. It's because you're going through this ascension process. And ascension is clearing out a lot of the old dense energy and allowing more light energy, more light codes, more just lighter energy to come in. So make sure that you are grounding yourself. So exactly what we're talking about. Connect with nature, drink good foods, drink lots of water. I've been taking lots and lots of Epsom salt baths. Make sure that you're grounding your energy. So, good confirmation from Spirit here. Okay, well, that said, let's pull some tarot and see what's going on with the counterparts. I thought we were going to do a little bit of ascension thing today, but apparently not. So, let's just go where Spirit guides us. I'm going to use this deck. All right, you know what? No. No. We're going to use this one first. We're going to use this one. This is the Twin Flame Ascension deck. You guys see that? So we're going to see where the masculine and the feminine are. And we'll have a Sacred Union energy update later in the week. And some updates over on Instagram and Facebook as well. So make sure that you're checking those out. Also, make sure if you haven't watched it, all of last week's channeling. I was going to say the recent Sacred Union energy update, but all of last week's channelings, I just could not stop channeling. It was really, really powerful. I feel like that energy kind of took a step back. I don't feel like it's almost like there's this quiet this week. Almost like this pause this week. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe we'll find out. Maybe both of you are going through this upgrade. But it does feel like there's a lot shifting energetically. But as far as the channeling, as far as the physical, it feels almost like it's not quite a pause. It's just almost like you might have gone back into your caves. You might have gone back into your cocoons a little bit, but it's only because there's so much more that's happening underneath the surface. And I feel like it's what it feels like. It's almost like the quiet before the storm. The storm being the is it a full moon or a new moon? I think it's the full moon eclipse that's coming up. Yeah, the full moon eclipse. Because what I'm getting is gathering momentum. It's like we're gathering momentum for that eclipse energy, for that full moon energy. Um, so it feels almost like that quiet before the storm, but there's still a lot that's happening energetically, and it's gathering that momentum. There's a lot that's going to be shifting here as a result or after this full moon eclipse. Oh, is it a new moon eclipse? Okay. All right, what's going on with the masculine? Yeah, November feels like a big month as well with regards to these ascension energies. Lots of inner changes, lots of inner transformations. What's going on with the masculine right now? What's the current energy for the masculine? Remember to take it for the masculine within you, the feminine within you as well. Oh, nice. And divine feminine. Wow. And union energy. Ooh, that was quick. Okay. I'm going to talk about that when I do the Camelot series. Okay. A little bit of a spoiler. I'm going to be doing part 2 of the Camelot series over on my sister channel, Susan Dawn Ascension Connections. Make sure that you're checking that out as well. I just got a message for that, but I'm going to wait for that video or for that reading for that. Okay. Hi, Ruth. We're all ascending and working union is a way to elevate the planet, universe, and humanity. Yep. Exactly. Exactly, Nelda. Beautiful, Heather. Beautiful. New light codes and ascension symptoms coming in again. Yep. Yeah. And I think we're definitely feeling it. I think that's what this week is all about. Why it feels kind of like it feels peaceful. It feels calm. But again, like it's almost like it feels like things are at a pause where things might have been ramping up, but that's okay. It's like, as you guys will hear in the Twin Flame Truce recording tomorrow, it's almost like you come together energetically or otherwise, and then you kind of go to your separate corners to kind of integrate all of that energy that you shared. Um, and the more that you integrate, the more you're able to come together in harmony, in peace. And those times of separation are going to be fewer and fewer and fewer because you're shifting, you're changing, you're transforming, especially the energy bodies. And so when you come together, it's going to be feel better. It's going to feel more harmonious. It's going to feel more loving because of the healing work that you're doing. And so this week especially feels really like there's momentum that's picking up energetically. But in your physical world, you might be called to rest more. You might be called to just kind of like take your own time out, to not be as physically active, to take a step back from work as much as possible, or whatever, however it applies to you. It's almost like this really calm energy, this peaceful energy, this paused energy. There's still stuff that's happening in the higher realms. There's a lot that's happening in the higher realms, which is why you might be called to take care of your body a little bit more this week. Okay, so for the masculine, we have Master Alchemist, Violet Flame Activation. I'm just called to the 5-5 there first. That is change. It is the energy of change. And I do feel like this masculine is really working on their own self-mastery. They're working on their own ascension. And I like the Violet Flame is here because this really feels like this clearing energy. Do you remember the last live stream? I'm pretty sure it's the last live stream because that's what they're bringing me back to. We got this energy of purity. I think it was the card purity or purify or something like that. And that's what this feels like. It feels like they're continuing to purify or cleanse or clear their energy field. And that's what ascension is. Like I said, it is clearing out all the old soul sludge, all that gunk, that dense gunk of the old version of yourself, um the old patterns, the old mindsets, the old beliefs that might have served that version of yourself as you were. But as you're going through ascension, as you're going through awakening, you are growing, you are expanding, you are elevating and evolving. And so you are shifting those patterns, you are shifting those beliefs, you're shifting that mindset, you are expanding. Ascension is expansion. And so I feel like the divine masculine is beginning to really understand this. And I feel like they are clearing out a lot within their energy field. The divine masculine experiences ascension different than the divine feminine. They're both going through the process, but the masculine experiences this very much in the physical form. Um, Whereas the divine feminine experiences this very much energetically. I don't know how to explain this tonight. It's in the Twin Flame Truths channeling. I'll guide you guys there. Check out that series playlist on my channel, because I just can't get into it tonight. But it's two sides of the same coin. It essentially is two sides of the same coin. And what I feel like is happening is they might be having revelations, realizations, new awareness of things in their physical world or things within themselves or both that they're recognizing just aren't aligned with who they were, truthfully, their authentic self. They're saying, oh, that wasn't really me, even though I was acting like this, or even though I was doing this, or even though I was involved in this relationship, this career, this job, this situation, that wasn't really me. They're getting to this place of recognizing who they are on the soul level. And with that comes this sense of self mastery. With that awareness of themselves comes this sense of self mastery. So I feel like they are clearing out old versions of themselves and recognizing this is who I really want to be. I want to be who I really am. I want to be what my soul really is guiding me to. I want to explore who I really am. So I feel like there's a lot of activations that they're experiencing. It could come in as tower moments, but there's a lot of that they're experiencing that is helping to clear out the old and bring in the new simultaneously. And what is the new? It's just revelation of who they truly are on the soul level. Divine feminines, you've seen this. You've always seen this in them. You've seen their heart, you've seen their soul, you've seen the love that's that highest potential, but you also have had to accept who they are at every stage of this journey and of them. But you've always seen the truth of them, and that's why it was so frustrating for you. It was frustrating because it's like it wasn't just that you were seeing the potential, that's you were seeing all of them, and that's the gift of the divine feminine. And it's also what makes the journey a little bit difficult for her, because she has to kind of take a step back and say, yes, I am accepting my masculine as he is now, while also seeing who he truly is beneath the mask, beneath the facade. I see him as his true authentic self. And sometimes divine feminine, you would get really frustrated because it's like, why can't you just be who I know you are? But that was the divine masculine's journey. It wasn't for you to tell them. It wasn't for you to even guide them. It was for them to decide, I want to be this person that I know that I am. That's part of their journey, that realization. And I feel like that's where this divine masculine is. I feel like this divine masculine is really understanding who they truly are through your reflection. You showed them who they truly are. You showed them who they want to be. And I'm hearing the words they're becoming that person through this clearing and through this activation simultaneously. Does that make sense? For the divine feminine, you got reunion. um reconciling differences. And what I'm seeing here is this yin yang energy. I feel like you see how it's almost like divided right now. There's like this line that's almost like it's like a gap between you guys. And I feel like what you want is more than anything to bridge that gap. You have always felt divine feminines. The inner workings of this connection is what I'm specifically hearing. The inner workings of this connection. You have always felt the harmony of when these two come together. And I feel like you are feeling this connection, especially in the higher realms. You're feeling this energetically. And it's like, this is what you're feeling. You're feeling reunion energy, and you might not understand how it's going to come together. I was just saying to a soul sister, it feels like it's going to be a miracle. I have no idea how this is ever going to happen, but I can feel it. I can feel that reconciliation energy, and I feel like it's this. There's this bridge that's being built here energetically, and it's part of the clearing work that's happening here with the divine masculine. Is the more that they are clearing away those old beliefs, projections, mindsets, etc., the more that they're opening up, the more it's actually bringing the two of you together. It's building this bridge so that you work in harmony. The yin, the yang symbol is working in harmony. It's that oneness. It's the yin yang symbol for me is that sacred union. And in between you guys, as your union energies, you have the feminine twin. It says activating the higher self. And I feel like this is happening for the both of you, because as the divine masculine is becoming aware of themselves, what they're actually becoming aware of and accepting is the feminine energy within them. In order for the masculine to truly rise as the masculine, they have to accept and understand and honor the feminine energy within them. Just as you had to build stability within you, divine feminine, that's your masculine energy. So, with this feminine energy here, it feels like the feminine energy rises, no longer suppressed, no longer held down. That's part of the masculine being able to express themselves, to being able to understand their emotions, to feel their emotions, being able to look deep within, with that sense of self-awareness, with that connection to oneself. That's all the feminine energy. And the more that they honor and appreciate and accept and tune in to that feminine energy within them, that's what makes their masculine energy rise. Because what happens is it's the union, it's the inner union of the masculine and the feminine. Again, we go way into this in my other channelings. I don't really want to reiterate this tonight, but this is what's happening. It is your masculine is mastering themselves. I'm also hearing mastering this journey in a beautiful way, not from the ego, not from a sense of arrogance or self pride. Pride is in like that arrogance, but from a place of divinity, from a place of sovereignty, from a place of authenticity. They're showing me the emperor, but not the emperor that's controlling. It's the emperor that is the divine masculine, that is divine conscious masculine. There is a difference between just a masculine and a conscious masculine, and that is what they are beginning to really understand. So this is their inner union that they're really beginning to feel and anchor in and integrate. And divine feminine, the more that they do this, the more you're feeling this reunion energy, because you're feeling that wholeness within you. Remember when I said that there's no lack within me? I'm not feeling any lack. I'm not feeling, even though I miss my counterpart, even though, I desire us to come together. Again, there's this feeling like of acceptance. There's this feeling like I know I can feel the love between us, feel the energy between us. There's no feeling of separation there. That's oneness. That is union. You're always in union. You're just releasing the illusions of separation. And so the more the feminine energy rises and is honored in both of you, the more this union takes hold, not only within your individual selves, but within your connection as well. And not just energetically, but in physical form as well. Because as within, so without, as the union occurs within, you see that come together in your physical reality. Whew. How did that make sense? I have no idea what I just said. I have no idea what I just channeled. That's usually par for the course, but I felt it. Yeah. And Heather, look at the resistance within yourself. It might not have looked at resistance, but see where you might have been pushing against it from the other end, because that's what twins do. You reflect back to each other. You mirror each other. So if there was resistance, see where there was either resistance on your end or where there was pushback on your end. See where you might have been pushing, and so you're coming from this end and he's coming from this end, and see where you were might have been meeting in the middle and kind of butting heads. Just take that opportunity to kind of explore within yourself as well. All right, let's see what else is going on. If you guys want to do me a favor, hit that thumbs up if this is resonating with you, or leave a comment or join the chat. That is really helpful for me with all the videos to help this reading get more reach and to help tune into the energy of the collective a little bit more as well. I am like dying here, you guys. It's so hot right now. I don't know if this is like the energy or what. Whew. All right. Divine Masculine. How are you feeling about the connection, Divine Masculine? Divine Masculine, how are you feeling about the connection? Thanks, Nilda. You can feel your inner masculine becoming more balanced as well. Yeah, absolutely, Jamie. Over the past couple of weeks and even months, I would venture to say, I've been feeling that stability within myself as well, that sense of security within myself as well, that sense of groundedness, that sense of safety. It's I was always in my overly masculinated energy, thinking that I always had to take care of myself, that I always had to depend on myself. And the more that I step into my receiving mode, the more I step into my naturally feminine energy, I'm finding the more my inner masculine feels much more stable. It's because I'm not trying to make up for anything. I'm just allowing myself to be. I'm not trying to overcompensate where there feels like there's lack in my life or where there feels like there's lack within myself. I've overcome that sense of lack by filling up within myself, by filling up on my connection with God, by filling up on just love, just being love. And again, the more that I really allow myself to center in my core feminine essence, the more my inner masculine feels okay. I can let down that guard. I can take care of myself, but also let others take care of me. I don't have to do all the caretaking, which is so like my God, that's such a relief to me because I've been in that role my entire life. And to allow somebody to provide for me, to take care of me, even just if it's not happening yet, to feel the energy of allowing myself to receive is huge for me. I had this download. I'm going to try to bring it back because it was just a fleeting moment that I just had right now. A reminder. I had this download either sometime in the past couple of days where it really feels like we are. Nope, I lost it. I lost it. What was it? Let me see if they're going to bring it back for me. I'm going to read your comments while I try to remember it. It should have read, it was wonderful, not I was. You are wonderful, Jamie. Good, Kim. I love that confirmation, especially when you're channeling something that somebody else is channeling too. It's just confirmation. Like it's just confirmation of number one, to trust yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt what you channel. Beautiful. Yeah, I have no idea what I was saying, so I have no idea what was trying to come forth. Let me try to see if I remember. Nope, it's gone. Okay, let's channel for the masculine. No, it's like right there. It's like right on the tip of my brain. What was I talking about? I feel like this channeling in chat is like a hot mess tonight. I feel kind of like a hot mess tonight, not gonna lie, you guys. Um because I just don't remember. I was getting a download and it went like this and it just kind of passed me and I can't remember what it was and I couldn't grasp it. Whew. The last couple of days, yep. What about the last couple of days? What about it? What about it, spirit? What about it? Oh, it's coming back. Wait. Mm, mm. No, it's gone. I if it wants to come back, it'll come back. It's just it whatever. We're talking about the masculine and the feminine. We were talking about something that Jamie said. Jamie, what did you say? Jamie, you're feeling your masculine becoming more balanced as well. Nope, it's gone. Five of Swords, Two of Cups, Knight of Wands. I feel like the Five of Swords is usually for me, allowing the feminine, Ember. You're triggering the memory. You're triggering the download. Allowing the feminine. Yes, I was saying that. I was saying allowing the feminine to be the feminine. And the masculine feels much more stable as a result. Okay, we're going to just leave it at that because I have no idea. The Five of Swords for me has been a card of an internal battle versus an outer battle, where the Five of Wands can sometimes be competition, conflict with others. The Five of Swords is really for me the sense of battling the mind and the heart, battling the ego and the soul. And when you're doing that, you are just I'm hearing the phrase attacking yourself, and I feel like that's where the masculine was. I feel like they were being very hard on themselves. I feel like they were even potentially in resistance to this themselves. They were battling themselves. But what I'm getting here is they were battling an old version of themselves. There was a new version that wanted to come in. This is their soul that is rising. This is their divinity that is speaking, but they were battling this old version of themselves because I feel like it was their mind that was getting caught up in these self-critical loops, in these old patterns. What I'm hearing is, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, I'm not this, I'm not that. But this is what they have been told since childhood. And part of this is reparenting themselves. Part of this, overcoming this, is allowing themselves to see what love truly is, and that love actually does reside within them. I feel like for this masculine, they had not experienced, they've experienced a lot of love in their life, but they didn't allow that love to be received. Again, it's interesting because this was their inner feminine that was not allowing them to receive this. And so I feel like this Five of Swords feels, I'm getting the Strength card. It feels like an overcoming of their mind, their ego that was holding them back, their mind that was saying, you're not good enough, you'll never have this, you'll never be happy. This is going to be your life from now on. And in the previous channeling that we just did, that powerful sacred union energy update that I posted, I forget what I called it, but what we talked about there was this overcoming energy. We talked about how this masculine is really recognizing that that was an old version of themselves. They could choose a different path. So really checked out that sacred union energy update. There was a lot of layers in that I'm hearing as well. I'm going to go back and watch that too, because it feels like that's piggybacking, or this is piggybacking off of that, because there were a lot of layers in that reading. This feels like the masculine has really won the battle for themselves, um, of themselves. And there's this sense of exhaustion, and that might be where this pause is coming in this week. There's this sense of kind of like exhaustion. It's not defeat. It just feels like, oh my gosh, I just fought the hardest battle. I just fought myself. but they won. There's this victory here. I'm getting this energy of loss as well. They might It's a transition, right? You're saying goodbye to an old version of yourself, and even if you didn't necessarily want that old version of yourself, even if you didn't necessarily like that old version of yourself, it's hard to sometimes let that version go because that's all you knew. Even if it was pain patterns, even if it was trauma, even if it was victim mentality, even if it was lack, that's the only energy you've known. And so sometimes it's really hard to release that. And I feel like that there's a sense of loss here. There's a sense of I know what I'm going towards. I'm going towards my 2 of cups. I'm going towards this union energy. I'm going towards my sacred partner. I'm going towards myself because when you're going towards your sacred partner, you are going towards yourself. You have that shared energy, you have that shared soul. This is your sacred partner. It's a sacred partner for a reason. It is your partner and it is sacred. Forgive me for that. Spirit really wants to emphasize that this is not just a regular romantic connection, this is a sacred partnership. They really want to emphasize that. So they're understanding this, but it does require letting go of the past. It does require letting go of some old energy, and it's not easy to make that transition. It's not always easy to make that change. But I feel like there's a sword of victory in their hand, and that sword is truth. If you guys have been paying attention to my sister channel, we've been channeling Excalibur. We're going to continue that Camelot series, hopefully this week. That's what this feels like. This feels like strength. This feels like victory. This feels like truth. This feels like honor. This feels like King Arthur holding Excalibur, and King Arthur has been coming through as the divine masculine, the embodiment of the divine masculine, what a divine masculine truly is, what a leader truly is, what a king truly is: honor, respect, a sense of self authority, sovereignty. When they go into battle, they don't direct other people, they don't control other people, but they're there side by side, honoring the feminine beside you, honoring the magic within you. That's what this really feels like. It feels like King Arthur energy with Excalibur. That truth, that guiding light. Um, and it took a lot to battle this, but what's happening is they did, and moving towards that 2 of cups, moving towards that happiness. And with the Knight of Wands here, it doesn't feel like that player energy. It doesn't feel like that in and out, hot and cold, I don't know what I want kind of energy anymore. It doesn't feel like that confusion. This feels like confidence. It feels like, okay, I have overcome my deepest battles. I have overcome myself. I know what it is to ride into battle. And so now I'm riding towards, where am I? I'm riding towards my 2 of cups. I'm riding towards my happiness. And there might be some battles that I have to face along the way, but I have the strength now to do so. I have armored up, but I know that my feminine is with me, armored up with me, just like we channeled in that reading, that Camelot reading, where you're standing side by side, especially as twin flames, multiple twin flames, like all the twin flames is what I was seeing in a vision. All the twin flames within the collective, having gone through this ascension journey, just armoring up to spread more love. It was that Care Bear stare kind of energy, where you're just um, exuding love, this magical, powerful force of love. That's what this feels like. This feels like I'm ready. I'm ready to face what I need to face because I've already faced myself. Beautiful energy for the divine masculine. There's something too about the eyes. When you look into the eyes of each other, you see the truth of each other. You see the soul of each other. Trust in that. Trust in that. Trust in the energy that's being received, because the physical world, society, the the 3D, whatever it is that you want to call it, will um, try to create illusions, will try to dissuade you, will try to attack you even. But feel the truth within your heart. You can feel the energy of your person. Sit with yourself in silence, sit with yourself in solitude. If you're feeling triggered, if you're feeling whatever it was, if you're feeling doubt, sit with yourself, connect with yourself in that higher heart, and you will experience the truth there. I had an experience a couple days ago where I was looking at pictures, old pictures of my divine masculine and I. I had in a period of ego deleted all the pictures, but I still have them saved somewhere. And I was looking at all those old pictures and I was looking at the eyes. And even though there was a lot of unhealthiness in our connection, the truth is there was always love that was there underneath the surface. It was just all the pain and all the triggers and all the projections that kept coming up as energy to be cleared, but we couldn't necessarily clear it together. It was too much for us to do it together because we just kept ping ponging off of each other. There was never any resolution. It was too difficult. So it's almost like this separation has been healthy for us, so that we can kind of go to our separate corners and heal on our own without doing each other more damage. And that separation had been really painful. It showed, I can't speak for him, but it showed me a lot about myself. And especially it showed me about the truth, what I understand as my truth at the very least, what I want, what I don't want, what I desire, what I hold in my heart, and allowing myself to really feel that and allowing myself to desire that. I had, in essence, just kept trying to accept situations, but in reality, those weren't situations I wanted to accept. I wanted our connection. I wanted our relationship. I wanted our love, because I felt it. That's what I felt. If I hadn't felt it, there wouldn't have been that desire. And so I was looking at these pictures, and um, even though there was a lot of old energy there, and to the point where it's almost like I felt like I was looking at a stranger, when I looked at the eyes, I felt the eternal love, the sacred love that has always existed between us. Um, my counterpart really does feel like a stranger right now. I feel like I don't know him. And it could be this energy where it was an old version of him, just like I'm a new version of myself. That was an old version of me. It was an old version of our relationship. It was an old version of each other. But when you connect eye to eye, when you look in the eyes, um, when you connect energetically heart to heart, you feel the truth, you feel the energy, and that is going to give you all the clarity that you need. So don't look at the physical. You have to accept the physical, that's the balance, but you also have to trust in what you are feeling in your heart energetically. For divine feminines, that has been your number one lesson on the journey. It has been very difficult because you've always had that pushback. You've always had those doubts or things that try to make you doubt what you're feeling. Even your divine counterpart, you might be feeling this energy, and your divine counterpart could be acting a different way or saying something that is the complete antithesis of what you're actually feeling. So it's being able to accept what's being shown to you in the physical and having your healthy boundaries, and making sure that you're honoring yourself, of course, but also knowing what's true in your heart. That becomes a balance, a delicate balance that you learn on this journey. Um, yeah, so, okay. I hope that makes sense. All right, let's see what's going on for the divine feminines. I need a. I'm so hot. My goodness. Okay. All right, divine feminine, what's going on with you? How are you feeling about this connection? I feel like I spoke a little bit about the divine feminine. Interesting. Five of Swords and the Ace of Cups. Interesting. And the King of Cups. Okay. What's this about? There's something here too. Divine feminines. The Seven of Swords. Give me one card about this, please. Oh, I'm seeing it. Okay. The Seven of Swords has been coming out in many of the readings that I've been doing. And this feels like what I was just saying. Like, there could be this sense of illusion that's coming up that's making you want to doubt, that's making you want to actually deceive yourself. And what are you doing when you're doubting? You're deceiving yourself because you're going against your own truth. You're going against your own intuition, your own energy, what you're feeling. Divine Feminine, you are made up of this intuition. That is the core of who you are. That is your divine gift. You feel your intuition, you are so connected to yourself that your intuition is one of your greatest strengths that you have. And if you go through your whole life journey, not just your ascension journey, but your life journey, you will see that there are places where you trusted your intuition or you didn't trust your intuition, and it showed you that strength. This is your strength. This is your greatest gift. But the ascension journey kicked it up a notch. This ascension journey really made you see where you needed to kind of defy what the physical world was showing you in order to trust in yourself. Now, that's not to say, again, that you don't accept reality, that you don't accept what the world is showing you. There has to be this healthy balance between the evidence or what's being shown to you and what you hold within yourself. You don't deny yourself, though. That's the most important thing. You allow yourself to honor yourself with that energy of acceptance. That is the bridge. We're on this ascension journey, we're always building bridges. We're building bridges between new earth and old earth, between higher dimensions and the lower dimensions, between 5D and 3D, between spirituality and being human. This ascension journey is about being the bridge and embodying the bridge. That is what you are. That's what happens when you're going through ascension. You essentially become a bridge yourself. And so with the Seven of Swords, this doubt could lead you to some self-deceptive and even some self-sabotaging energy because it makes you doubt yourself and it makes you deceive yourself. So always honor yourself. I was also, to get clarifying, I was seeing the Tower card. So this could lead to some shakeups. This could lead to some tower moments within yourself, especially. But I'm just getting this feeling of, in the end, it's going to lead you back around. It's going to lead you back around to yourself. So if you are in this energy of the Seven of Swords, where you're doubting this connection, where you're doubting the love, where you're doubting yourself, where you're doubting whatever it is, again, take the time to sit with yourself. You cannot look outside of yourself for the truth that's within you. There is no healer, guide, guru, whatever, psychic that will ever tell you the truth about yourself or about your connection. The best healers always guide you home to yourselves, always show you or reflect back to you what you already know as wisdom and truth within yourself. I talked about that in the last Sacred Union Energy update as well, within my own personal experience of what I just experienced this past week with that. You have to trust yourself. There is nothing external. God will not show you externally what you don't already hold within. God will never show you, because then you're just seeking outside of yourself, and it's all within you. It is all within you. So if you're in this energy, sit with yourself, spend some time with yourself, connect deeper to yourself and to God, and you'll come back home. You'll come back around. Interesting. You had the Five of Swords in the exact same place that the Divine Masculine did. So you guys are really mirroring this energy. And I feel like especially this week, you'll be feeling this. You have the Ace of Cups. They had the Two of Cups. You had the King of Cups. What did they have? They had the Knight of Wands. So I feel like this is kind of you. You're just kind of like sitting there feeling this love. You're feeling their love. You're connecting to this. You've been through battles as well, but I feel like you might have actually been feeling their internal battle, which is in essence your internal battle. But I feel like you might have been feeling this as well, especially as part of this self-deception. That was your battle. So their battle was really about allowing themselves to feel their emotions, express their emotions, the feminine rising within them, overcoming their mind. And yours is really about, yes, trusting your intuition, trusting your heart. So you really are mirroring each other. I feel like you are in this place where you are just in this energy of love. There is no lack. Your cup is filled up. There is no lack. And because of that, you're just kind of like, I'm feeling the love. If this is your counterpart, you're just like, I'm feeling the love. I can feel the love that my counterpart has. I can feel that he is this King of Cups. But what's interesting is he was in the Wands energy. He was in the Knight of Wands energy, taking action or wanting to take action. And that's what we've been feeling for the past couple of weeks as well. This momentum that's picking up. It does feel like there's reconciliation, there's reunion energy, there's communication that's coming in, there's heartfelt communication, heartfelt conversations, meetups, whatever this is, however it applies to you. It's going to look different for everybody because it's going to look different for everybody's journey. But at the end of the day, it feels like you're in this place of love and overcoming anywhere where there was doubt, anywhere where there was deception. That was the battle that you faced, Divine Feminines, to come to this place of just pure, unconditional love within yourself and for your masculine. Whew. Oh, you're so welcome, Jamie. I'm so glad that you can join. Love you. All right. Whew. Let's see if there's anything else we need to know about this connection right now. And then we will kind of wrap up. What else do we need to know about this connection right now? I feel like the channeling, and this can change tomorrow, but in this energy right now, I feel like the channeling this week might be a little more quiet. Again, I'm going to have the Patreon reading, so you guys will have stuff. I'm hoping to do a Sacred Union energy update. For some reason, I'm seeing Thursday. I don't know if that's just when I'll be able to do it. But for some reason, I'm seeing Thursday. Maybe that's when the energy picks up again. But there's something about the stillness. There's something about the quiet. And this could be, sometimes we go through these periods of pulling back in order to really sit with the truth of ourselves rather than seeking external validation. And that could be for both of you. You both might be needing that. So there's something about the quiet here. So do make sure that you're following me on Facebook and Instagram, and make sure that you are subscribed here because I have it on my community posts here as well. We will be doing some written channelings, but I feel like these in-depth channelings, there's something about the quiet. We're going to be a little bit quieter. Again, it could change tomorrow. I have no idea, but right now this energy, that's what this feels like. It feels like a pulling back a little bit energy. But for some reason I'm seeing Thursday. So maybe stay tuned Thursday for a Sacred Union energy update. I have no idea. Yeah, the Hanged Man. There's something about a pause. It feels kind of quiet. It feels like contemplation energy. Like you're soaking it all in. You're listening to the truth of yourself. You're just kind of going within. That's what this really feels like. Okay, what do we need to know? What do we need to know? We have the Ten of Pentacles. Why do we have the Ten of Pentacles? We have the Eight of Cups and we have the Queen of Wands. And we have the Six of Cups. There is that reunion energy. I feel like you guys are together building this Ten of Pentacles. I'm just getting drawn to the fact that it's a treasure chest here. It's like, I feel like both of you are putting pieces in that treasure chest, although I don't feel like you're both aware of it. I feel like energetically, at the very least, you're both putting, it's like, this is a weird analogy, but this is the only way I know how to explain this. It's like you both have vision boards, right? And you're not aware of each other's vision board, but you're putting travel and they're putting um travel, and you're putting relationship and they're putting relationship, and you're putting this value and they're putting this value. Like you're creating vision boards and it's the same vision. You have the same vision. You're putting those coins of what it is that you want for your life into this treasure chest, but you're not aware that the other person's doing it, but you're building this together. It's like you're manifesting this together, but you might not be entirely aware of that. You have the same vision, you have the same values. Again, it's like you're both individually creating these vision boards as a metaphor, but and it's like if you finally got together and you actually communicated and had an honest conversation, you would see that you have the same desires, you have the same visions, you have the same um want out of life. And I feel like what's happening is you're starting to apply that Like maybe you are changing jobs that are more aligned to you. Maybe you are traveling. Maybe you're doing this. Maybe you're doing that. And in the meantime, it's like I'm getting like a video game. You know, when um, you collect coins and it has that little bing like into the bucket. It's like you're both collecting coins and it's your union bucket. Like you're both putting it into your union bucket, but you're not aware of it. And when you actually come together and have an honest conversation, you're going to see you have a whole treasure chest full. This is what you're creating. You're manifesting together. You're just not aware of it. Um, you're going towards each other. With the Queen of Wands here, this feels like you're going towards each other, taking action towards each other. Um, this Queen of Wands feels very confident, very much like she knows what it is that she wants now. Having left behind the confusion and the doubt and the uncertainty, not knowing what it is that you want because you didn't know who you are. Now you know who you are. Now you know what direction you're headed. You're headed towards your Nine of Cups. You're headed towards your Ten of Cups. You're headed towards your Ten of Pentacles. You're collecting those coins in the video game and you're putting it into the bucket, but you're both playing on the same team. You're both collecting in the union bucket. That's an amazing metaphor. Holy cow, that's an amazing energy. Um, it's all energetic right now. You're not quite aware of it, but when you do come together, you're going to see that you've been doing this all along. You've been collecting all along. It's just, again, that deception, the projection, the patterns, the beliefs, the old energy that made you feel like you were against each other. And Six of Cups, that reunion energy, that nostalgic energy. There might be a lot of nostalgia and memories that are coming up between you guys right now. All right, let's put these away. And how did that resonate for you guys? Let's chat a little bit. We'll close down in a little bit. How's that resonating for you guys? Are you feeling that? Or how are you feeling? Your heart is full. Good, Amber. I'm sorry your head's hurting, hun. Make sure you get some rest tonight. Good. Sleep well. Sleep well, honey. How about everybody else? How's everybody else doing? That felt like a lot. I feel like I need to watch that back because I don't even know what it is that I channeled. You're trying to stay awake until 10? I slept like almost all day. It was crazy. I was fine when I woke up, and then it was like I hit like it's like I plowed into a wall, and I just got a sudden rush of fatigue, and I needed to take a bath because I had um a lot of like body pain and aches and stuff, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I just had to sleep. Good, Nelda. Good. Good. Be well for the rest of us. Keep that up. Keep up the healthy vibes. I find that, especially with my soul sisters, we hold space for each other. Usually one's feeling good and the other one's feeling like kind of shitty, and then it kind of reverses roles. So we hold space for each other. Remember, we're all here for each other. We're all playing a part. Good. Happy is good. That's what I like to see. I have been doing Tai Chi, which I have really been enjoying. It's only been about a couple days now, but I'm really enjoying it. So yes, yes, doing the body stretches, and my body is feeling it. Let me just say that my body is definitely feeling it. especially letting go of a lot of the stress and stuff from this past year. It's my body's feeling it. Oh, thank you, Kim. I really appreciate that. That's very sweet. Sometimes I don't know if I'm articulating fully what comes through, so I'm very glad to hear that. Thank you. Whew. Mercury went retrograde, so how are we feeling about that? I feel it's interesting. I feel like I felt the shift. I didn't realize that my divine masculine once sent me this meme that said, I forget what it was. It was like, are you feeling the effects of the moon or something like that? And um the other person has like all this energy swirling around them and they're like only a little. Like I feel like that sometimes. I feel like I don't entirely always, I'm not an astrologer, so I don't always know what's going on cosmically, but I can feel it. And I definitely feel like something shifting. Something's absolutely shifting. You like Tai Chi? Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. Right now, I'm just doing it through YouTube, but I want to find a teacher. See if I can find a teacher. Yay! I'm using it to get the energy flowing. I really want my energy to not be so blocked as I feel like it has been in my body. I'm really like working on my body consciously. So that feels like a bonus. That feels like a bonus. Opens your creative and intuition. Yeah, that feels like a bonus. I like that. Especially because I'm working on my poetry book. I need that. I'm a little bit blocked creatively right now. All right, everybody. I think we are going to call it a night. This was a lot of fun. We will good, Kim. That's beautiful. We're gonna call it. This is a lot of fun. This was kind of like an anything goes. Just kind of wanted to check in and do a chat with you guys and see how the community's doing. Um, we don't have plans for these. We're just gonna hop on. You'll get a couple of hours notice. I'll try to, if I feel like doing it, I'll make sure that you guys know in the morning before we hop on. But let's hang in there this week. Let's see what happens. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure that you're following me on all the platforms so that we can see what's going on. And feel free to continue the conversations over on the Facebook community page. It's the Spiritual Connections community. It's a private group. Make sure that you guys are joined over there. Feel free to communicate with each other, engage with each other. That's what it's there for. I really want to get that going for you guys as well to continue to build these connections. It's a really beautiful community. So, allow yourselves to communicate as you feel called to. We will be back with some more readings later this week. I am sending you guys so much love and so much light. Thank you so much for joining. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Have a great night.